An absolutely baffling story. Imagine you were the parents in a loving family, all three of your children in college, and your oldest, who is a law school student, a Miss America contestant, as Miss Arizona contestant, and also a cheerleader, suddenly ends up on a bizarre afternoon where an ex-boyfriend says she threatened him in a dispute over jewelry. What happened here? ABC's Lisa Fletcher has the story.
25-year-old Kumari Fulbright is a beauty queen, law student, and dedicated volunteer. So what made this successful young woman go from this to this? Fulbright and two accomplices stand accused of kidnapping and torturing her ex-boyfriend, Joshua Conway.
He truly believed that he was going to be killed.
He says Fulbright lured him to her home and that for nearly 10 hours he was held at gunpoint with a knife in his ear, bound and tortured.
Besides his physical injuries, bite marks, and his hands swollen from being held for several hours, he also had some serious psychological concerns.
But Kumari Fulbright says she was in the shower when the attack occurred, and the person behind it, another jealous ex-boyfriend.
This man, Robert Urganis. She claims that Urganis believed Conway, the victim, had stolen jewelry Urganis had once given her and launched the attack as payback.
She was perfect on our set.
Trevor Davis hired Fulbright to model for a calendar and can't believe the charges leveled against her.
It seemed way out of character for her from what our experience was.
Now out on $50,000 bail, this aspiring attorney's first court appearance, certainly not what she dreamed. Next month, she'll face a judge on 5 felony counts. For Good Morning America, Lisa Fletcher, ABC News.
And now, Fred and Valerie Fulbright, their Kumari's parents, join us, along with their attorney, Marc Beginin, and we thank all three of you for being here this morning. I'll start with you, Ms. Fulbright. By all external measures, the perfect daughter. Law school student, look at what she's done. She's now at home, out on bail. What is she saying to you about this whole incident?
Well, basically, you know, Kumari is in somewhat disbelief. I mean, the charges against her are, and the things that are being said are devastating for her. I mean, she has never had a problem with the law, a parking ticket. I mean, this is just, it's been the whole ordeal has been very traumatizing for her.
Mr. Fulbright, I know she's denied all of these allegations.
Yes, she has.
When you hear them, and when you think of your daughter, when you see that mugshot and then you think of your daughter, what do you think?
I'm in total disbelief. She's a beautiful kid. She works hard. She's driven. It's just unbelievable that these allegations could be brought against her and that she could even be involved in anything like this.
And there's another photo of her, which is your photo of her as what, your baby?
Yes, I carry a family photo and her baby picture with me at all times. So it's really hard to see this child in this position.
What have you said to her?
I told her that I loved her and that we would be there to support her as a family. And her brothers and sisters are right there with her because we know that she wouldn't have done anything like this.
One of the questions that's been raised, and we know that she was under a lot of stress, being a law student, law journal, all the other things she was doing, but any indication of drugs?
No, she despises drugs.
Alcohol?
No. No.
And I could say there's not even any allegation of drug use or alcohol abuse in this case. None.
And guns in the home? Anything in the home?
We've never
weapons?
had guns, weapons in our home at all. No.
No.
I'd like to be clear. In the police report, it says that the alleged victim brought a gun to her home that day. He brought a gun. He admitted that he pawned her jewelry off later in the police report after first denying it. He says he showed up at 12:30. That's where this 10-hour figure came in. And later on, he says, no, it was more like 4:30.
But what about the other ex-boyfriend who was involved in this, who was older, 44, yes. I believe?
Yes.
Did you know him? What do you know about him?
We knew him. I mean, he was a very nice guy. He cared a lot about Kumari. He was very nice and respectful. We didn't have any issues with him other than the fact that there was a big age discrepancy, and that's
That
always a
always
concern.
been a concern of ours, the age difference, especially mine. But he assured me that her education was the most important thing, and he knew how much we cared about her and our family. And so it's all hard to believe.
Mr. Beginin, you have said that her main, I guess the main thing she's guilty of is having the wrong boyfriends.
Yeah.
Is she going to get out of this? What's going to happen next?
Well, I fully intend that. She denies the allegations in their entirety. She really got caught up in this perfect storm between ex-boyfriend of 4 years and recent ex-boyfriend, and one had a beef out for the other one because he stole jewelry that the first boyfriend had given to her over the 4 years of their relationship. In the allegation, the police report, they took him while she wasn't even in the room, away to another location for hours. It wasn't until hours later that she knew that this even had happened.
So if you can leave everyone with one thought as parents suddenly discovering your treasured daughter in this situation, what would it be?
Hug them, continue to love them, and support them. This young lady is concerned with school and giving back, and it's a tragedy that anybody would be subjected to this, any parent, and my heart would go out to any parent.
Right. I would just say that, you know, this has just been devastating for all of us. I mean, I can't even describe to you the agony that it's taken the family through. And I mean, you look at everything that Kamari has achieved and accomplished from elementary school on up. She's a cheerleader, she's a National Honor Society, she's on an academic scholarship at the law school. She had five scholarships. She's just a wonderful person. I don't know what else to say, Diana.
A good, loving daughter.
Well, thank you for coming in, and we'll be following the story
Thank you for having us.
all the way through to the conclusion.
Thank you.
Thank you.